Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nash. For today's video, we are doing my monthly money routine. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nashley. I share a little bit of honestly everything, just navigating life in my 20s. So that's something you're interested in, stick around. But for today's video, we're actually going to be recapping the month of March, seeing how I did after setting up the budget with you guys last month, and then we're going to also talk about my game plan for April. Let's get into it. Laptop off to the side here, so you can get a better look. Over here you can actually see my cash flow. So as a lump sum, 52% of my money went towards bills, 35% went towards variable expenses. We have 2% went to savings and 9% went to debt. So the only differences within my actual income, I just decided to not even separate medical and my main because too much. So whatever. In total, my actual were actually higher, and I actually took some money out of savings, just so that I can get rid of my little balance on my Bank of America card and be back at zero, which is what I wanted. So the total amount that I'm working with is an additional $400 with the 140, basically 150 that I took out of savings, and then we have a difference of 280 from what I actually received from my bonus compared to what I budgeted. So that definitely allowed me to do some things that the original budget side didn't allow me. So let's get into that. First thing is actually, if you can see in my bill side, I started therapy, and honestly I don't think I've ever expressed it online, but if you know me personally, that's a goal that I've been wanting since the start of the year. So the fact that I finally bit the bullet, found a platform that I felt comfortable using, and have actually been in therapy for 2 weeks is a miracle, honestly. Like, 2022 Nash would be very, very proud of me. So I had a certain amount already in my medical saving fund, and what I did was, since I paid for the first month up front, I just decided to take some of the money, basically cash flow it from March's income, and that was the difference. So yay, I am actually using BetterHelp. It's a platform that I've seen all over online, sponsorships, ads, and it actually ended up being the most cost effective for me since I currently don't have any insurance. I was able to apply for their financial aid and get a little bit more discounted rate than I was getting for some places near me that were honestly only offering virtual therapy anyways. So there's that, which I'm very happy. I'll leave a link down below. I believe gets you a week for free. It's not like no sponsorship, it's just like a trial that you can try out if you're interested, or if you just want to get more information. I'll leave the link to the platform I'm using, which is BetterHelp. If you've been looking into or thinking about therapy, the great thing I must say about it is the fact that you're able to give so much information of what you're looking to get out of it, but also who you're looking for in a therapist. So some things that are non-negotiables for you, or things that you would not like or would prefer, and they try to match you up, and you get to see, basically it's like a dating app for freaking therapy, but not really. Anyways, now getting into variable expenses, this is where you see a lot of red because I was over budget, but that's what happens with variable expenses. The plan that you start at the beginning of the month may not always be the plan that sticks towards the end of the month, and I feel like going forward I have a much better idea when it comes to my groceries, which you can see here because I've been meal prepping and planning out meals, so I'm able to use what I have in my kitchen versus just buying things as soon as I run out of it. I kind of try to be more intentional. So I definitely felt like I built a good system, but needed a little bit more money than I originally allocated to make that system, start flowing. Eating out it is what it is. I'm over by $100, but thinking back for how March went, I allowed myself to say yes more often to experiences with food, and I don't ever regret that. So yeah. And then down here I actually like skipped a row because we have tools, gifts, and clothes. That's all things that I didn't account to be paying for, but because I had more money to work with, I allowed myself to take care of that. I had a few tools from a trip that I took a couple months ago to like New York, New Jersey. Let's take care of that. And then, you know, the categories say it all. Gifts and clothes. What else I have to say? Down here you can actually see my full month contribution, which is Bank of America. The total amount was $260 that I had left up there. I just got that over with, versus putting more money into my savings. I just decided to clean myself out, well, clean off the credit card, so now going forward I can focus on saving. So it'll be main, bonus, and my business. I think this will actually be the first month that I contribute to that. For my main 9 to 5, we're actually ballparking a lot higher because I technically get paid every other Monday, but the way with my bank, it actually processes 2 days early, so it ends up being every other. So that's a nice plus. That's how much I ballpark for my bonus, kind of similar to last month, and then nothing for the business. So we have a nice chunk of money that we get to budget together, which is always fun. It's a little bit different than last month. So with our magic month, we get to do a little bit more. We have more to work with. So before I get into the bills, I want to touch really quick on tithe. I actually got a comment in March little budget with me that I did, because I was working with a lot less and I wasn't adding anything into savings. I did have someone comment and express how I should hold off on donations to the church, and I could have used that $200 towards, you know, savings, like just to set myself up for the future. And while I understand the mindset behind that, I'm a strong believer, since I have started working and having steady income, is making sure I always give back what is of God, and that is 10% of my like paycheck, and the aspect of of my 9 to 5. So I know, and since I've been doing that, I know the difference of doing it and not doing it. I feel as though I have much more to work with the 90% that I have remaining, versus taking the full 100% and using it towards myself. Because in reality, he is the one that's providing this money for me to do with what I'm given. And the least that I can do is give him back what he deserves, which is that 10%. I don't see it as a donation, I see it as a tithe. There's a huge difference for me between tithe and offering, and that's the least that I can do. And I hope that in the future I'm able to do more than just tithe, but I hope I'm able to make sense in the clearest way possible. For me, it's a non-negotiable. Same how you have to pay your rent, same how you have to put gas in your car, I faithfully tithe within my church. Anyways, rent, I'm budgeting the actual amount including my money order, so it ends up being $938. Then we have 87, 76. These don't really change too much. So, and then, all right, 320 times 2 here. 320 times 2. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to highlight. Since we are technically getting 3 paychecks, in order for me to make sure that I'm good for May, the way the paycheck hits, I actually need to take care of my car payment twice. And considering I didn't have to take care of it last month, it works out great. So it's basically like I'm back on track. So that is why for Roxy it ends up being $640 versus its usual $320. And then for electric, like I kind of mentioned or highlighted, I'm officially all caught up. This was the full amount that I needed from the rollover balance and March's payment to be caught up for April. So I already took care of that, and then that's the full amount for therapy. So this is basically, I can put this here too, the full amount going towards bills, which is a lot. It's a good chunk of money, because we basically get left with $1,190 for everything else. But you also have to keep in mind, I am already taking care of a bill for May, so I'm trying to be ahead of the game. Now for tithe, like I mentioned, we're doing that 10% of my 9 to 5. We end up with $315. Groceries, I feel like I'll be able to do $150 just fine. As for eating out, we're doing $200. I'm being a lot more realistic. For a hot minute, I thought $200 would cover groceries and eating out. Wow, how times have changed. Anyways, gas, I'm gonna do $120. Not doing anything towards beauty or that. Household, I didn't budget anything for that either. And then fun, 50. Ooh, 50. Okay. Now we get into savings. I am doing 150. Travel is getting 120. And then I'm gonna put Nash here, because I'm gonna just give money to myself. 100. And I think that's it. Yep. I think this ends up being, I should be left at -20. Something ain't adding up here. Oh, that's accurate. I messed that up. So 137 is actually going towards savings, because I wanted to put a little bit more towards travel. There's a few things I want to get for this trip, and I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not using my credit card for any of the expenses. So this pretty much wraps up the full budget. But before we, you know, close out here, there's a couple of things I want to write here. So here I want to get, if you are part of the budget community, I want to get myself the Sarah Marie budget planner. It's on pre-order, and I have until the 19th to order it for next year, and I want it. Like, I need it in my life. So that's basically gonna be my birthday gift to myself, and I'll use the Nash category to cover it. That's pretty much the game plan. I am excited for April. We are a few days in, and I really feel like I'm finally getting a good rhythm with these expenses and all that, especially because I feel like things have been going up, but thankfully I've been able to manage everything that's been on my plate. I'm trying to not fall into bad habits, especially like, for example, like with my credit card. I don't want to fall into a hole like I was before. I want to be smart with my money, make smart money choices, but also still enjoy the hard work that I am putting into earning this money. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to hear how you guys did for the month of March. Let me know down below. Let me know any plans or goals that you have for the month of April. I would love to motivate you and just motivate each other on this financial journey, because I know it can get hard. I know it can get overwhelming and frustrated when, you know, the budget don't be budgeting how you want it to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.